Hello, my name is Anthony Altman, and this video is my introduction to the workshop seminar that I offer called Mastermind in Consciousness and Wellbeing. The intention of this workshop is to help us reconnect with the Master already residing within us. This is our true and authentic selves. All suffering, in my humble opinion, is caused by the inability to fully connect with your heart center. Together with the negative limiting learned beliefs, speech, and patterns of behavior, which are all known as programs, and which are stored in the subconscious mind. All that programming causes us not to be able to function 100%. It limits us. This programming begins when we are as a fetus and continues after birth until we are about 7 years of age. Further limiting program also occurs when we are adults, with continuing negative influences that we are subjected to, trauma and repetition of whatever that may be. Conscious awareness and consciousness are limited as a consequence, and the result is ill health, sadness, challenges, not feeling very good. When we begin to remove all that which limits us, the true nature of who we really are, the authentic self, begins to shine through, and life definitely improves. This is the golden journey we can embark upon for those of us who choose to do so. My intention in this workshop is to help facilitate exactly that. I am a retired licensed clinical hypnotherapist, and I had my practice in the USA, so I have learned a great deal about the function and capacity of the subconscious mind, and in fact I'm still learning. This is my field of expertise in which I feel extremely comfortable, and in the seminar workshop I will explain how most of us are all programmed to think, speak, and act in a predetermined manner, which is not necessarily for our highest good, and few are conscious of that, and few are even conscious of what we can do with relative ease to change such programming for our highest good. There is, in fact, a program changing process which I discuss and demonstrate in the workshop. Most people do not realize that their subconscious mind actually runs their lives according to the way it is programmed, just like a computer. In actual fact, the subconscious mind is very, very similar to the computer. What you put in is what you get out. In this workshop, I explain the function of the three parts of the mind and the function of the heart center. Functioning in harmony together with the three parts mind, life takes on a better hue. The three-part mind is conscious mind, subconscious mind, and superconscious mind. You see, in actual fact, the heart is the real power in our lives. It embodies universal, non-judgmental love and our intuitive abilities, and many, many more that are not allowed to display, to be activated because of all the programming that suppresses and closes it down. On the other hand, the subconscious mind is not much more than a very large filing cabinet, recording all sensory perceptions, experiences, and programming to which most people have ascribed their power and their lives without even knowing that. You see, the mind is not designed to run your life. The heart is. And we're going to get into this very, very deeply. For instance, the heart is the center of love, compassion, feelings, intuition, knowing, wisdom, the connection to creation and the divine. Whereas the subconscious mind is the home of the ego, emotions, facts, memory storage, repository of all sensory perceptions, and it is the storage of all beliefs, patterns of behavior, which are all programs. So the subconscious mind stores all our programming. The subconscious mind is also non-deviating from in its programming, no matter how beneficial or detrimental its prompting may be. It will tell you what to do, even if it hurts you. And very often it does. And I will explain that in great detail in the workshop. The truth is that the subconscious mind is our servant, not our master. This is important to understand this. Just as the DNA of our bodies can change according to epigenetics, so can we change our subconscious mind. Therefore, this is very important, there is no permanent validity in anyone feeling that they are a victim of an inherited disposition, such as my father was an alcoholic, so I'm an alcoholic. My mother was whatever she was, so I'm this. That can change. And in the workshop, we're going to actually do a great deal to put that into effect. In summation of this particular part of the workshop, and to which I have given much attention, I provide a small list of the following negative learned programs, some of which affect most of us. Anger, intolerance, impatience, poor me, victim, interrogator, aloof, the aggressor, being aggressive, fear, inferiority, superiority, dominating, poverty. See, sometimes poverty is a result of a program that keeps you poor. In fact, I would say this happens a lot, and I know this only too well because that was my experience until I changed the program, and I describe this in my workshop. Another program is being stuck in some way, being limited in some way, being the intimidator or intimidating other people, being the bully. There are many more, and I list quite a few of them in my two books, Lessons of Life, Volumes 1 and 2, which can be very helpful in recognizing what you wish to change. And these books can be seen on my website together with the other books I have. I have a total of 16 books on the website. The programming most of us have been subjected to are usually from parents, siblings, family, the school system, unfair competition when people with different abilities are expected to compete against each other, the suppression of individual thought and creativity, the social system, the inability of the social and educational systems to recognize the multiple natures and abilities of which are evident in students and in old people. For instance, to give you an example, it's used to happen a lot in the past. The pupil in the school would be writing with the left hand. The teacher would come up and smack him with a ruler on the left hand and say, "You must learn to read with your right hand." Everybody can relate to this because it's an old example. This is programming in its crudest form. In the modern day, some very bad things happen, even worse than this. We're going to be able to change all this if you want to. This is why it's so important to talk about it. These have been the cause of the dysfunction in most of us, and now it is time for us to heal the damage already done and change the negative limiting programs which are mostly from others. This is another interesting point, not from ourselves. In other words, most of us live our lives according to the program dictates of others. Not so good, that, is it? I explain what consciousness is and what conscious awareness is and how to develop both. I further explain how consciousness is the mother and father of everything we think, speak, and do. It is everything is establishing consciousness. Raise your consciousness, change your life. And let me give you an example. After you've watched this video, I would like you to go to a wall, stand in front of the wall, facing the wall, with your nose touching the wall just about. Now, standing by the wall is your level of consciousness. Your perception of the wall is your conscious awareness of the wall, which is about 12 inches horizontally, 30 centimeters, and vertically even less. Now, take one step backwards, which is synonymous with raising your consciousness, and your perception, your conscious awareness of the wall expands enormously. We go into this a lot in the workshop. In summation, I offer the following in the workshop. Number one, I will discuss the power of the heart center, the chakra center, its values and purpose. 2, I will discuss the value and purpose of the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the superconscious mind. 3, I will address the matter of the subconscious mind programming. 4, the methods to make positive changes. 5, how to expand conscious awareness and raise consciousness. 6, what meditation is, what it is not, various forms, how it works, why it doesn't work. And I provide an easy, effective technique for those who do not yet meditate, together with a breathing technique called pranayama. 7, I talk about mindfulness, which is a practice from the Buddhists, from Buddha himself. 8, how to achieve and maintain good health in the body. 9, I will also discuss the value and importance of an appropriate dietary lifestyle, with the emphasis on Ayurvedic dietary lifestyle from India. I've been doing that now for some years. I'm also a vegan just recently, last 2.5 years. I do not impose my values on anybody. I'm just explaining to you what I've done and what benefits I've had, and everybody decides to do what they choose to do. 10, I will provide affirmations in English, in Hebrew, in Sanskrit from India, and Buddhist Japanese. And these affirmations have helped me enormously to change the programming in the subconscious mind. I will also provide a particularly special protocol that is extremely helpful in clearing all past vows in this life and previous lives. In other words, metaphysical contractual agreements of the past and obligations that are no longer valid. I discuss the value and the purpose of karma and reincarnation. And number 12, there will be a visualization experience to reconnect with the master within you for guidance. This is like a guided meditation with a good subjective visualization. 13, there will be questions. You will ask questions. I will hopefully provide answers. There will be clarification, demonstration, sharing in order to support the information discussed. 14, I will discuss the power of forgiveness as a major healing tool, and we will practice the Ho'oponopono forgiveness practice from Hawaii. This is a very simple but extremely profound technique for forgiveness. And I have been practicing this, and I continue to do it. 15, I will provide you with some printouts of some of this information to be helpful. There's far too much information for me to be able to do it all. And then lastly, I will present the 8 universal laws, which will be very thought and heart-provoking. Please bring a notebook and a pen. This workshop is for those who wish to improve their lives in body, heart, mind, and spirit, and those who have no reservation in making positive changes. I did it, and I continue to do so. Therefore, I believe other people, or most other people, could do the same, because I'm no different to you. It's all a matter of choice. Please check out my website for more information, and my books if you wish, which present most of the information I discussed in this workshop. My website is anthonyaltmanbooks.com. anthonyaltmanbooks.com. ANTHONYALTMAN books.com. The workshop itself will be over 2 days. In the USA and most other countries, that will be a Saturday and Sunday. In Israel, it will be Friday and Saturday. Wherever required with sufficient people, I will be happy to provide a workshop on 2 consecutive weekdays. Doesn't have to be a weekend. I already have a venue in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, and the address and contact details will be posted on my website very soon. I also plan to have other venues in the USA, and there will be a venue in the United Kingdom somewhere in the southeast near London, just south of London, and there will also be a venue near Naharia on the northwest coast of Israel. Now, if you're interested in attending these workshops, then you would contact the venue nearest to you, and they will provide you with all these details. such as cost, how to reserve seats, and any required accommodation if you're coming from out of town. I would like to consider other countries as well if there's sufficient interest, so I depend upon people in different countries other than the USA, the United Kingdom and Israel to contact me via the contact page on my website and let me know. I would like to invite everybody who resonates with this information, brief as it is. And I would recommend that you go to my website, AnthonyAltmanBooks.com, go to the page Workshops and Seminars, and you will see the details. If you wish to send me a message, please go to the contact page. If there is no venue in your country, other than those 3 countries that I've already mentioned, please send me a message on the contact page, and you provide me, please, with the country that you reside in, your state or your province, area. And with sufficient interest, I will research the possibilities to conduct such a workshop there. And of course, I will keep you informed. Thank you. Finally, I would like to also invite those spiritual centers, wellness centers, and similar organizations and associations who may have a meeting room that can accommodate my workshops, and with the intention of possibly hosting such an event there if they're interested. So I thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you soon. Be well, and thank you very much.